I recently posted a video on TikTok and on Facebook and Instagram Reels about why doctors often run late in the office. And the answer I gave in this short form video was that we often run late because many of us spend more time with each patient than what we're actually allotted. Okay, so as an example, I'm a family doctor. I get 15 minutes with each patient, sometimes 30 minutes if it's a physical or a pre-op or other things, but 15 minutes. And I would say I spend at least 20 minutes plus with most every patient of mine, and that means I just naturally run behind. And so this really is the case with a lot of doctors. I know this. But interestingly enough, on TikTok, somebody wrote in the comments, they said, well, if that's the case, why don't you just allot more time for the patients you see? Why do you book them every 15 minutes? Why don't you just allot more time? And the answer to that question actually might surprise you. And that's why I thought I'd do a video on it. The actual answer is that many of us are simply not in control of our schedule, which is why many of us may seem rushed at times when we see you in the office. So let me explain how this works. If you're an employed physician, such as me, I'm employed by a university. I work for a university. I get my paycheck from a university. I'm not in private practice, which means I'm not in business for myself. I'm employed, so I get a paycheck from someone else. But that does not mean that I have sort of carte blanche, full autonomy over my schedule or how I'm expected to operate. So a couple examples with regards to that. Number one, my patient times are set by the university. That's not something I have a choice over. I can't choose to say, gosh, I need more time with my patients. I'd like to increase the time from 15 minutes to 20 minutes. That's simply not something I have the ability to do. So that's the first thing, is that for many of us who are employed or otherwise, we don't have control or autonomy over how long we get to see patients. The other thing is, and by the way, a lot of people I think don't realize this, is that doctors also have goals and expectations, just like maybe other industries, whether it's sales or whether it's advertising or whatever it might be that you do. We actually have goals, financial goals that we have to meet. For example, for the department that I work for, I'm expected to bring in a certain amount of revenue per year. I'm expected to see a certain number of patients per year, per quarter. I'm expected to see a certain number of patients per hour. And these metrics are actually measured very closely. And these are things that we go over at evaluation meetings. They're used to determine raises and bonuses and things like that, if that's an option. And it's actually a very, very big deal. It's called productivity, how productive you are. So I say this to say that one might say, well, if you're not in control of your schedule, okay, fine. Why don't you just see fewer patients? Well, that's the answer to that question, is a lot of us don't have the luxury to see fewer patients, to be able to spend more time with the patients we have booked, because we actually have metrics we have to meet and goals that we have to meet with our departments, our employers, etc. We have to be productive. So none of this is to explain away or excuse doctors for being rude if we are, or for being rushed, because we shouldn't make you feel rushed even if we feel that way, or any of that stuff. I mean, the truth of the matter is, the gold standard is that all patients have a truly wonderful experience. And that is what we as doctors should always be striving to do. That is our obligation. However, it's important to remember that if your doctor seems rushed, which, by the way, I would hate for you to feel that if the doctor feels rushed, but I know that sometimes you do as patients. I'm a patient and I've felt that way when I've seen my doctors sometimes. If your doctor seems rushed or feels rushed, no, that's not ideal, and no, it's not okay. But there may be some things behind that that may be causing them to feel that way or to behave that way. Whether it's that they're behind, they're running behind, they're trying to catch up, they're trying to get everything done they need to get done, they're trying to meet their numbers, their metrics, and sort of do what they need to do that day. So, and there's plenty of other variables. I don't mean to stop it here as though these are the only things influencing why doctors sometimes seem rushed and sometimes seem like we're running in and out of the office and not taking a lot of time and this and that. But I do think it's important for patients to understand that these are some things that doctors are dealing with. And truth be told, as I said before, we don't always deal with it the best way. So what I always hope, and this is what I try to say to my patients, look, when I'm running behind, I always apologize because I respect your time, and it's not your fault that I'm running behind. But understanding that sometimes doctors do run behind, not only because we are often spending more time with patients than we're given, but sometimes medical emergencies come up. Sometimes we have to get on the phone and speak to another doctor about a patient, and there's a million things that happen. Anyway, you guys are amazing. You're amazing patients, and keep communicating with us about things that we do well and things that we can do better. It really matters. And as doctors and healthcare providers, we always need to be striving to do the best that we can. And that's what we'll keep doing. So I hope this is helpful. Let me know. Let me know if this is enlightening in any way. I don't know if it is or not. But write your experiences down in the comments. I'm Dr. Jen Caudle, practicing family physician, on-air health expert, and video creator. I do daily health videos. If you've not liked and followed my page, please do. Also, for those of you who send stars, I respond to you personally. And consider joining my subscription groups for exclusive content. And on drjencaudle.com, you can sign up for Dr. Jen's Daily Health Tips, where you get a health tip in your inbox every single day that will help you live a healthier life. Guys, I'm Dr. Jen. I'll see you soon.